and welcome to Acts of the Month. This month, who knows what month it is, I have another weird one. This one's really weird because I don't know what I'm reviewing, whether I'm reviewing a guitar, a tuning, or a packet of strings. All will be revealed. What I have here is an Epiphone Dot from the 90s. I guess, I kind of know it's from the 90s, which is why I've not checked. These things were all the rage because Noel Gallagher played one. It's a hollow body electric guitar. It feels both masculine because it's huge with a big arse, and delicate because it's hollow body. It's a kind of strange experience, right? This one basically was at my house. A friend left it, and I said, come and pick up this guitar. And they said, oh, see, to be honest, I'm not playing guitar anymore. I can't remember if I was told to keep it or told to give them some money for it. But either way, it became mine. Now, his flatmate fancied himself as a guitar tinkerer, so had put some Gretsch pickups into this Epiphone Gibson thing. I don't know where the Gretsch pickups came from. I don't know how to work out where Gretsch pickups come from. It has Gretsch pickups in it. I think it sounds quite nice. The wiring was a monstrosity. I don't know what he was going for. I've since fixed it. It has since then become broken because hollow bodies being hollow bodies, you have to have tiny little fingers and use various tricks to wire it all together. It has been wired, it has stopped being wired, it's only one of the pickups now works on it. It is this bad boy here. Do that. See, worky, no worky. Now, I have also added a different coloured scratch plate and different coloured knobs. Can't remember, maybe they were broken, maybe I just wanted a different colour. So it is, before we discuss the strings, you may have noticed there was some weird shit going on there. It is a bit of a hybrid, unusual guitar. I could fire on normal strings, I have lots of guitars. So what I did, because I had this extra guitar, is I put on what is called Nashville strings or Nashville tuning, right? I'm trying to get through this so I can start playing. It's harder to say than it is to contemplate. Basically, these 4 strings are up an octave. These ones are as described. Another way of saying it is, if you take a 12-string guitar and take off the normal 6 strings, this is what you're left with. So these 4 are up an octave, so that's still E, A, D, G, but up an octave. And this is still B and E, but it's just the standard octave. So, what's happening? The highest string on the guitar is the G string. Which is like a 7 or an 8 or something like that. Absolutely tiny. Get a spare if you're doing this regularly. You can either buy what's called high-strung tuning strings or Nashville strings. Google it, they're on Amazon, doesn't cost much. Or you can buy a 12-string set and use only half of them. And then you're left with a standard 6-string set, right? Now, so what does this mean, right? All that complicated description, all the chords are still the same because the strings are the same or they're an octave, so this is an E chord. But why does it sound so wonderful and marvellous? Now, the reason it sounds so wonderful and marvellous is the highest note has changed. So instead of going, I should have done a chord that was easy. Instead of going E, G sharp, B, we're going G sharp, B, E if it was a piano. Now pianists know all about, I say pianists, know all about inversions, right? And you play a C chord, C, E, G, but you can also play E, G, C, and it sounds different, right? Because because of where the frequencies are sitting, where the notes are sitting. So you play normal chords, and it changes where the centre of the chord is in the kind of tonal space. Make things now. All you need to know is you play the guitar the same, but all the open chords sound absolutely marvellous. So you end up with this kind of quite folky. You can do it in an acoustic, obviously, but an electric's even stranger, right? It's got this kind of folky 70s I'm dancing with the elves and the fairies type thing that goes on. So you can play, it's great for recording, it's used all the time for recording, and once you start playing around with this you're going to notice it all the time. So like if you you can't quite put your finger on it when you hear it on a record. You're like, oh, that just sounds amazing. I wonder how they recorded that to make it sound so amazing. This is the answer. You can also double track it. So you can basically take a 12 string and then split it into two and have one in each speaker, and it's played by two different people. So it's double tracked. So you've got 6 strings and then you've got the Nashville strings on the other side. And it's like being played in a 12 string, but slightly different. So you end up you just play through the chords of C major and suddenly you have this kind of beautiful thing going on. So it's a lot of fun for writing because it lets you just hear the chords in a different way if you're a bit bored with just going playing through your standard stuff. You play it. It just edges into being a bit different. And it's such a simple trick. So it's a great excuse for why to get an extra guitar, which guitarists love having an excuse for. Or if you've got that old guitar, kicking about, acoustic or electric, stick some Nashville strings on it. I'm always amazed that people don't know about it. They come round here and they say, oh, have you ever used Nashville strings? And I pull out this guitar and it's as if I have unlocked this Gordian knot or something like that. And it makes me look like some sort of sonic genius. But the truth is, I'm playing an E minor chord. Then of course I arpeggiate it. And suddenly you look like you're some amazing fingerstyle guitarist. As you dance around the guitar, you don't quite know what's going to happen. You think that you know where you are. And as soon as you start to solo across those 3 strings, it goes lower when you don't expect it to. So it wouldn't be my only guitar, but it is really nice to keep around and arpeggiate on. So quite often if you've got quite a bland thing going on the guitar, and then you add this in the background and arpeggiate. Obviously with it going with that kind of ethereal, I don't know how to pronounce that, I can spell it. Obviously with it doing that kind of 70s swirly thing, as soon as you add like effects and everything, you just end up with this kind of gorgeous texture. So there we go. The Epiphone Dot that isn't really an Epiphone Dot review, it's more of a Nashville string review. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? And because I did it in Nashville strings, you won't be able to tell whether I got that right or wrong. I can't remember. It's been 30 years since I played that. Anyway, enjoy, go buy strings.